Hey guys, how you doing? It's the Intuitive Investor from StockTwits. Wanted to do a closing bell update on some of the more popular cannabis stocks. So let's get right down to it. We saw Aurora, who was debuting today on the New York Stock Exchange, but nevertheless, they were down 9%. Big surprise. Hexo happened to be up about 0.5%. Tilray was down about 3.8%. Aphria was up 0.7%. CGC was down 2%. And finally, Cron was down 2%. But the news of the day was a small company by the name of FSD Pharma. Ticker symbol was FSDDF. They were up 16% following news that they intend on acquiring Therapix, ticker symbol TPRX, which is a clinical stage pharmaceutical company whose products are focused on creating cannabinoid products. So as you know, FSD Pharma is a licensed producer who's also awaiting their sales license. And they're focused on all cannabis related industry, everything from the production, the cultivation, processing, extraction, and research and development. So what does this really mean for Therapix investors? In short, Therapix investors will receive about $48 million in US dollars, that is, of FSD Pharma stock. This acquisition adds to the collaboration on FSD Pharma and how they're working with Cantab, which is another biotech company that focuses on pharmaceutical grade cannabinoids in pill form. And let's not forget the strategic alliance with Psycan, which is a Canadian Israeli pharmaceutical company who's dedicated to the development and commercialization of novel and disruptive products. Disruptive products meaning the kinds of products that are new to the industry for new customers. I believe one of their products that they're actually trying to develop is an extended release form of a cannabinoid based product so that it releases over time. So really the last point that I wanted to make regarding this acquisition with FSD and TRPX, Therapix, was, if you recall, September 11th of just this last month, FSD had indicated that the board had also approved an additional grant of 40 million stock options to Dr. Bakari, which would be exercisable at a price of 74 cents for a period of 5 years. And so the options were only going to be vested and become exercisable upon the completion of one of these two following conditions. So the company could become listed on the NASDAQ stock exchange or merges with a NASDAQ listed company to the satisfaction of the board. And also adequate financing is arranged for the listing of the company on the NASDAQ stock exchange or merger of the company with a NASDAQ listed company referenced above. And that is also to the satisfaction of the board. So it just so happens that the company that FSD Pharma will be acquiring is already listed. And so my first question is, what does this really mean then? A lot of questions. I was on several different boards today. I was on StockTwits trying to pick their brains, the family over there at Therapix. And everybody's generally excited. Generally, I think people were upbeat about the acquisition. I think this really reaffirms FSD Pharma's commitment to the medical side of marijuana and cannabis products. But it also shows that they're very actively, aggressively seeking partnerships and strengthening their alliances to continue to grow and expand. Also on some of the Yahoo finance groups, same sentiment about how this was a good move. I think everything's so new. We literally just heard about this less than 24 hours ago. And the stock was briefly halted in the morning just as the opening bell came about. And I think it was about 30 minutes into before the stock continued trading. Luckily, I was able to add to my position. So we'll just really see where this takes us. For me, I think it was a huge hit. I think it was great. I think for all cannabis investors alike, we are looking for refuge for other hard to find or very low-key cannabis stocks where we can put our money in, given the fact that there's been a tremendous sell-off, and somehow there's still some stocks that are continuing to rise, such as FSD Pharma and Therapix, ticker symbol TPRX. So with that said, let's see where this goes. We still have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to go. Shopify will report their earnings on Thursday for those that care. So we'll see what the day brings us. Regardless, good luck. If anybody has any other tips on any other cannabis related stocks that are good buys or potentially good buys, by all means, let's share those on this video. So submit any comments, questions, clarifications, and I'll do my best to get back to you. And if you aren't already subscribing, please do so. And if you're on StockTwits, don't forget to add me, the Intuitive Investor.